Hello, and my name is Harvey Tait, and thank you so much for coming on to watch this and for me to tell you a little bit about more what I'm doing and why and what it's actually all about. I thank you for actually taking the time to have a look. And let me start by telling you a bit about myself. I'm 50. Can't believe that. I actually had 50 in lockdown in April. And I'm a father of two girls, very difficult teenager at 15, and a 10-year-old who seems to be getting on to 16, 10-year-old, 16-year-old, should we say, very hormonal, should we say. We have a third baby called Poppy, who is a sprocker, and we also have a pet bearded dragon called Gary. So let me tell you a little bit about what I do, what I have done in the past, just to get you a feel of who I am. I worked in corporate life for many years, 23 years, and I worked as in electronics, and I became my pinnacle job, should we say. You know, you go up the ladder and you go up the ladder, and your pinnacle job was I was in charge of a department of Samsung. I thought I was the safest houses. This is before all COVID and things like that. In 2011, I was actually made redundant because they wanted to use our factory to build a tablet. And we were actually doing industrial products. So even though we were profitable for 141 million, it wasn't billions that they could make with a new tablet. So we were all made redundant. Unfortunately, that was from my pinnacle. And I thought I was the greatest salesman there ever could be at that point. But then I realized quite quickly, we're dealing with people as I do now. It took me a bit of personal development and it took me a lot of growth, and I've done that. And I'm still continuing to do that, is finding out how to be more successful out on your own. It's quite difficult. With COVID as it is at the moment, no job is safe anymore, is it? So that's quite frightening that it's like that. And I certainly wouldn't want to be working in the job industry now, being at the uncertainties as it is at the moment. And I feel for everybody's out there. I really do, because when I jump forward a little bit, I've had all sorts of businesses I've run myself. I've been an entrepreneur. And, you know, as an entrepreneur, you tried lots of different things. I owned a fire engine limo for a while, which actually appeared once on television, which was quite good. But that was, unfortunately, that got broken into, smashed up, and unfortunately didn't last. I then started an app business back in 2012, which was before apps really jumped up and started going. And that got bought out on that. So that actually went away quite quickly. I decided to move on to do something. And I found I had an affinity with marketing. I then started my own marketing company, and I found I got some clients quite well. And if you looked on the books, you just said, wow, really doing well, isn't he? He's doing well. But it wasn't, because when I added up all my time, my hours, and I put it into all the hours I put into it, and against costs and against how much the contracts paid, I worked out I was actually working for less than the minimum wage. I could go and work in a supermarket or a store and actually earn more money with a lot less stress. So I decided one year, decided after missing Christmas, that I would not do that again, and I needed to spend time with my family a lot more. And I found actually that my life was slipping past quite quick, and I don't want that. And that was the important part, finding something that does more freedom. So what we did about 5 years ago, we joined a network marketing company. We had good success for a while, and that was good. And then we sort of found that we sort of didn't develop as quite well as we wanted to. We were successful, we did good sales, but it didn't really, the compensation plan we didn't know anything, so we couldn't really bring any experience to it, really. So it wasn't really paying what it meant to do. So what it meant was, I actually went and worked on building sites for a while, and up till the start of this year, I was working self-employed on building sites. And it was very physical and actually really tough on my back. You know, say I'm 50. And what I found was that actually we all got laid off as all starts when we went into lockdown. And what I felt was actually was going to go back to it. And then they told us actually you can come back, which is in June, but you have to take a 40% reduction on your contract, and we're not going to pay you fuel anymore. You know, the answer to that was, I'm not coming back. But back in May, a good friend of mine, a very, very good friend of mine, and someone I really respect, said to me, come and take a look at this. At that time, my daughter actually is autistic, and she's on the autistic spectrum. She's 15. And what we had been doing was we've been actually giving her CBD oil. Now, if you know anything about CBD oil, it is a market that's going to grow into being, it's predicting it in 2025 to be over $1 billion. And we actually weren't looking to sell it, we were actually looking to buy it, but we wanted the best on the market. And we looked around, we knew about Q because we looked at it. And then a friend of mine said, come and have a look at the business. And we actually said, you know what, we'll buy the product. So we bought the product, and Maisie did extremely well on it. I mean, literally down to the point where before she'd be smashing the house up in frustration and anger, to being, and it would take days for it to come back, to being that she'd actually would be better after about an hour, or even it calmed her down, settled her down. So for us, it was a massive, massive change. So we tried another product. The biggest problem for me was insomnia. I couldn't sleep. So what I did was I tried one of the sprays, the little small sleep spray, and I find I can sleep. And I find I sleep really well. Now, if you suffer with bad sleep, you're going to find that actually sleeping makes massive difference. You know that, and I know that. If you don't sleep, it makes a mammoth change to your life. It makes you miserable. It makes you tired the next day. You find you can't function really well, and it just doesn't give you a good quality of life. Now I've got that back, which meant a lot to me. So I started looking at more products, and more products. But that's what brought me into the business thing. I started looking, well, do you know what? I'll have a look at the business. Now, myself, I am an ambassador with Q, but I'm also one of the founders of the UK team, leadership. My friend Steve Porter opened it, and he's now earning in excess of $25,000 a month, which is what I'm aspiring to get myself, and that's something I'm trying to do. And the way we do it, and the way my own ethics work on it, is to help others. It's not about me; it's about helping other people. So I've told you a bit about the products. I'm going to jump into this and tell you why it was the right company, to see if you get the same feel that I did when I looked into the business. Now, the company has grown since I've known it, and it's grown even due to COVID. Literally, it's grown in the region of about 49% just in COVID in the UK alone. And that's pretty huge. And if you look down to when it grew since 2017, I'll explain why 2017, it's grown 700% as a company total. Now that's also, it's predicted it's going to be about 1,000%. Now that's huge, and it's growing and growing and growing because of how good it is, and it's a massive company. Now the thing is that it's in 20 countries now, so it is superb. The UK, Mexico's just been opened. They mentioned that they're going to open up Malaysia. It's all across Europe, obviously the States. It's in, like I say, Mexico is actually just open and will go fully launched in January. We're in France, Spain. You can go through, you can see all the flags down on the side, and that will tell you all the countries that are open there as well. Now, what it was important part is I actually come from a technology background. I've seen these grow, and I've seen how they've developed. You probably have seen it as well. You've seen them go from the iPhone 3 all the way up to now what we're on 12, and that is technology moving. Well, the important part is not just technology, but also all to do with supplements and vitamins have grown and developed. And I don't mean a little bit, a mammoth amount. Now, if you know about food and you've heard about food, is we say today at the moment the quality is not as good as it used to be. Well, that means you've got a deficiency, and this is types of things you should put into your life that's you're going to improve it. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about the people, because that's also a big ethic thing for me as well. This is about family. Now, Mark Wilson is a 2 times Super Bowl winning quarterback, so he knows how to lead. Now, he actually retired, and he then went to the golf course, his real estate, and also he was actually quite instrumental towards drive-thrus, especially for Starbucks drive-thrus. He actually got involved in that and showed them how to do that. So that's someone who knows what they're doing. Now, he actually came into founded this business based upon the fact that one of our products, which is Q Core. Now, his granddaughter was severely autistic, and she couldn't speak. Now, he actually found out about this product. He researched it, found out this product, which was Q Max, and he gave it to his granddaughter. She got it, tried it over a few numbers of months. And then the miracle started, that she started to speak, started to sing first, and then started to speak. Could you imagine as a parent that, your 11-year-old daughter, 12-year-old daughter starts to speak for the first time with a product? Now that's monumental. And then he went, this is something I need to get out to other people. He actually doesn't take a wage out of the business, nor does Jake Spencer. That's pretty big, isn't it? They don't take a wage because they realize the products they've got are so cutting edge and so good for so many people. They want to make it more available for everybody. And that's why they changed the model in 2017. Jake came in as a consultant and now is president of the company because he sees the value in this and sees what we've got. Both men are family people, and family is their heart, as is mine. So let's take you a little bit further on. Let's talk to you about products. We have a full suite of products, and I've got some here. I want to tell you more about what I like about it. Now, I did a presentation last night. I've got to tell you this good story. I was actually doing a presentation last night, and I was so involved with it, so getting involved with it. And then my youngest, a 10-year-old, came down, and it was about 10 o'clock. She should have been in bed. She knows she shouldn't have been in bed. So she sort of wandered down, and she got into my peripheral vision here, but she didn't come on camera, and she whispered, and I was like, and I said to her, no, you're not, don't worry. And then she scribbled a little note and shoved it under my computer. But at the time I was in a presentation, I was so going in my own mind of what I got to do that I didn't look at the note. And I sort of said, no. So she sort of went back up and said, you've got to go to bed. But then I looked at it, and as you can see at the bottom, we've got a kid's core, which is one of these. Now, what she said to me to tell you, and I love the way she spelled it, she said, talk about me, how my hormones are now. And that was the little note she wrote. And hormones are spelled H-A-W, Morns. I thought it was brilliant. So yes, so what that means is that she wants to tell you about the Q core. She is growing up and becoming a teenager, and she was very shouting, very, very stressful, and very, very struggling. But now she has that, she's not. And that is a lovely change for us, because we do have autistic daughter, which is quite difficult. So having another one come shouting through with hormones has been a big difference. So I should have brought her onto that presentation and let her tell it, and that would have been fantastic. So that's actually quite a great thing for kids growing up. And as it says in here, and I will read it to you, it says, fills nutritional gap, improves digestion, supports immune health, and boosts focus and clarity. Who doesn't want that for their kids? Really? Who doesn't want that for their kids? Now, for me personally, XL Cream, because aches and pains of being an ex-athlete, being an ex-pro rugby player, aches and pains. This is like the best thing in the world. Now, the other thing is I want to tell you about, and I did say the Q Core is one of the actual, one of the main products was Q Max, but in here we have an AM PM product, and it comes in a beautiful pouch. And this is everything you need, and this helps support your digestion system, functions of your brain. It's got in it a thing called, as it says on the front, Q Max Premium, which is a new one, and that helps with body and brain functions, so you think clearer. And the other one in here is probiotics, which is good for your stomach. You take it at night, and it actually helps your stomach all the way through your digestive tract. Now, the Q Align is also fantastic for helping with mobility and your stability of the system, and your anti-inflammatory in your system that we all have around our organs. So it's actually helping from the inside out, and that is something impressive. Now, I'm not going to tell you any more about products other than I've got the CBD, and I take that daily as well. We all do, including the dog. So I'm not going to tell you more about products. If you want to know more about products, contact me and I'll tell you as much as you want to know. I've got PDFs coming out of my ears and tell you as far more as you want to know about products. I just want you to know my story. Now, there is a business behind that's what I looked at and what I got involved in. That's what I got excited in. In the UK currently, it's only $24.95 to join the business, and that's of now, which is in December. Now, the Q, what you get with that when you enroll, you get a Q Business Suite, which is on your app, so you can do your business from your phone. You get ambassador support, which is an online from corporate. You get an online system to be able to help you every single step of the way. And it's not that there's not anybody to help you. That's the thing about that. There's 24-hour live chat from somebody actually in headquarters. It's not farmed out, it's actually in headquarters, who will help you. And it'll look anything from up your orders or checking on the price of things, all that sort of stuff. But there's me as well to help you. And you get a full e-commerce site where you can get customers to come and buy from. You can put your orders on, check how you're doing, and all that sort of stuff. All that is there. I can give you a run through at some point if you want to see that. Now, retaining your customers, we actually have a 80% retention of customers. 80%. Once people buy into it, they actually want to keep it. That's a huge thing and want to stay with it because the products are that good. As I said, customer dedicated support, order management system. You can look at how everything is. Now, this is where the exciting part comes. This is what actually drew me in. The products already had me, and I could be a customer all day long. But it was actually this bit that I really liked. Now, as you can see, there are different types of ranks across there: Builder, Pro, Executive. You can see that across there. And there are further on to up to Crown Diamond, and there are people achieving that at the moment. Now, you get your customer commission. So customers come in, as you do, and you get a commission upon them. Don't worry about that. We'll talk about that. The more customers you get, obviously, in there. Now, if you get a couple of people that are interested in this business, this is how you get onto the ranks. Now, look at the middle part of it, the $50, $100, $250, all the way across. I call that a wage, a monthly wage. So stay at that level rank, and it's a wage that's going to come in every single month. Now, just to simplify it a little bit, let's look at the first step, which is Builder. And you can see down there, only takes 3 orders of products that people really want, and you're now getting $50 a month, but you're getting a $100 bonus. Now, do this in your first 30 days, you'll get that bonus, but get up to Executive, you're looking at nearly $1,000 in the first 30 days. $1,000. I did it. I've got past Executive. We did it. And if you look to only get to Executives, like say, get a couple of people in with you, it's only 15 orders. That's 5 orders each on 3 people. Get more people that are interested in it, because this is a time where people need money. And you might be there. If you're probably watching this, you're probably thinking the same. Is this a good business that I need to do something? This is helping you to get something as a plan B that can become plan A, and you get to work on your own time. I mean, literally today, while it was daylight, I actually went and cleaned up the garden and did work as I wanted it, and I do things on my time when I want to do it. That's important. That is super important. And you might sort of say, well, do you know what? How will I get started? Well, do you know what? The thing is, in 24 hours, you get a launch call from someone like myself, and one of the other leaders will come on, and we will launch your business and discuss what your goals want to be. And we have a system. You're never on your own here. As I said to you, it's like a family. Now, I've got a system which I work on, which I call income producing, and I do a couple of blitz a day with people who want to come in, just join the Zoom, and we work. We literally do about 40 minutes, 2 lots of 40 minutes. And then between that, we do little tasks. We always support each other. And that's what's important as well on that. And as you can see, I'm working on all that. Get over to gold. My ambition, I'll be very honest with you, my ambition is to be this time next year. I don't know, maybe by the summer, I look to be the gold level. So I will be earning in next summer, I want to be at $8,000 a month. You can hear the dog barking. So the financial freedom movement is a business part add-on for when you're in the US. We don't want to saddle you with, as you've seen, probably products where people give you car bonuses. What happens is if you can't pay it, you get saddled with the debt of that, and that's a problem. The company here actually wants to help you be able to earn money and handle money, and be able to deal with your taxes, be able to learn to save, and build for retirement, and build for those hard times. We want you to be successful, and that's something you get in the US. And as businesses grow around the world, countries grow around the world, they will get that too. So let's talk to you a bit about community. We are about community. We have our actual president and CEO do a live every start of each month, and then the president will give you training every single step of the way. We are very lucky in the UK, in the UK and Europe. We have a guy called Frank Manuelson. He actually is a lawyer by background, and he looks after general management, and he gives personal training to people and helps people. Now, we have Q News every Monday, which is actually on Facebook, and they tell us exactly how it is. There's no lies, there's nothing hidden. If it's bad, they give bad news, and they tell you what they're going to do to recover from it. If it's great news, like launching new products all the time, which is great, it means that you've got something, and they tell you all about it. They'll get an expert to come in from the corporate and will tell you, and that's really good. There's financial education, there's product info and updates, and there is a massive back office on products and different types of training and all sorts of stuff. But I tend to like the personal care, the personal system of helping people one-to-one and making sure they're successful. Come on this journey with me. I'm on this journey, and I'm inviting you to be on this journey with me. We do have a charitable part of the company as well, including the kids club. As you can see on the front of that, it's actually one of the children designed that and colored it in, and it's actually on the packet. That is the sort of company we are, and we care about other people. And this is the reason why I have ethics about this, is that I care about other people. I actually do go to church. I'm not going to be holding back about my faith, but my faith is about helping one another. And to me, that's better than money. So that is where we're at. That is where we finished today. I would love you to come on this journey with me, and I would want to help you one by one, helping your friends, your family, yourself, And I want to build a better world where we don't rely upon jobs and we can rely upon ourselves to grow something for ourselves. So wherever you are, have a great day, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. If you have any questions, come back and ask me. Thank you so much for watching.